Hi everyone, good to see you again all. I hope you all will be fine. Please check Iraq latest news updates. Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan Monday emphasized a strong commitment to the vast regional infrastructure and transportation project linking southern Iraq to Turkey and said talks with sides to the planned initiative would be carried out swiftly. Our Ministry of Transport and Infrastructure will rapidly engage in discussions with relevant counterparts to bring this project to fruition, Erdoğan told reporters on a flight back after a visit to the Azerbaijani exclave of Nakhchivan. Pitched as a link between Asia and Europe, the $17 billion development road aims to tie Grand Faw Port, a major commodities port in Iraq's oil-rich south, to the border with Turkey, and then to Europe, through a network of railways and highways. Unveiled in late May, the route would facilitate the movement of energy resources, goods and passengers from the Gulf to Europe through the Grand Faw Port in Basra province. The Development Road Project is a comprehensive initiative encompassing the countries of the Persian Gulf, Iraq and Turkey, Erdoğan said, particularly stressing United Arab Emirates (UAE) interest in the initiative. United Arab Emirates President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan has shown a strong commitment to this project, he said. In fact, in our most recent meeting, he proposed that preparations for this project be completed within 60 days after putting it in writing. The project commences from Basra province in the southernmost part of Iraq, traversing 10 Iraqi provinces before reaching Turkey and subsequently Europe. Among its advantages are connecting global trade from east to west, with annual profits projected to reach approximately $4 billion, along with the creation of 100,000 job opportunities. From a specific point at the Port of Faw, the multimodal development road dual use begins, featuring highways for cargo trucks and railway lines for the transportation of goods and passengers. This transformation turns Iraq into a major trade hub and a significant transit station between Asia and Europe, reducing maritime travel time from 33 to 15 days. The project's cost is estimated at $17 billion, with $10 billion allocated for the purchase of high-speed electric trains capable of transporting cargo within 16 hours. The remaining funds will be used to expand the 1,200-kilometer railway network. According to the Iraqi Ministry of Transportation, the project is scheduled for completion by 2028, with its current progress standing at 40% from its starting point at the Port of Faw. The maximum capacity of the port of Fao al-Kabir is expected to reach around 3.5 million equivalent units by 2028, expanding to approximately 7.5 million equivalent units by 2038. The Development Road and Dry Canal project is not only significant for Iraq and Turkey but for the entire world and the region, connecting the east to the west as a global conduit for goods transportation. It will encompass railway lines, land transportation routes, and the port of Al-Faw, the largest port in the Middle East and an industrial city for energy, poised to become one of the largest industrial cities in the Middle East. Osama Rabi, the head of the Egyptian Suez Canal Authority, emphasized that there is no alternative to the Suez Canal, referencing the wave of alternative routes, including the Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and Israel. He stated, the other route, which passes through multiple countries, including the Emirates, Saudi Arabia, and reaching Israel, consists of both sea and railway segments. This makes it limited in terms of carrying capacity, as trains cannot transport massive containers like ships passing through the Suez Canal. There are also high risks associated with transferring cargo from ships to railways, resulting in high costs and potential disruptions. Therefore, it cannot serve as an alternative to the Suez Canal. And former Iraqi Prime Minister Adel Abdul-Mahdi announced during the fourth session of the China-Arab States Forum on Reform and Development in Shanghai that Iraq has allocated more than $10 billion in the tripartite budget for the implementation of the Iraqi-Chinese Framework Agreement. Abdul-Mahdi highlighted China's comprehensive strategic partnerships with 14 Arab countries, including Iraq, emphasizing that trade exchange between China and Arab countries in 2022 amounted to $442 billion, representing a 30% annual increase. He noted that 17 Arab countries have become members of the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank (AIIB), and highlighted the progress made in China's Belt and Road Initiative with Arab nations. Abdul-Mahdi also mentioned the Arab foreign ministers' support for the initiative and strengthening the Arab-Chinese Cooperation Forum mechanism. Iraq, among other Arab nations, has approved substantial funds in its state budget for 2023-2025 to support the Iraqi-Chinese Framework Agreement. And the U.S. recognizes opportunities in Iraq's financial sectors and works with the Iraqi government, Financial Intelligence Unit, the Central Bank of Iraq (CBI), and other banks to prevent fraud, sanction evasion, and terrorism funding, a spokesperson to the U.S. Embassy in Iraq revealed on Sunday. The United States and Iraq have a strong working partnership, and the U.S. Treasury relationship with Iraq is important, U.S. diplomat Danielle Korshak told Shafaq news agency. For years, Treasury has worked with Iraq to improve transparency in financial transactions, prevent criminal and corrupt actors from accessing the international banking system and smuggling their illegal proceeds, and to bring Iraqi banks into compliance with international standards. Iraq has made significant progress since then in taking due diligence requirements seriously, she explained. One positive example is the work done on international wire transfer requests. The Central Bank of Iraq is ensuring banks are acting transparently and in line with international practices. In addition to creating new opportunities, these joint efforts, according to Korshak, have provided protection to the resources of Iraqi people and a trajectory towards increased connectivity between Iraqi banks and the international financial system. Korshak said that the U.S. Assistant Secretary for Terrorist Financing and Financial Crimes Elizabeth Rosenberg traveled to Baghdad, Iraq, September 12 to 13. Rosenberg, according to Korshak, met with Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani and leaders at the Central Bank of Iraq, Trade Bank of Iraq, the Iraqi Financial Intelligence Unit, as well as representatives from the Iraqi private banking sector. Both sides, recognizing the opportunities and challenges ahead for further improving the Iraqi financial sector, she said. They also agreed to continue working together and take positive steps towards meaningful and lasting reforms that will raise Iraq to international standards and prevent fraud, sanctions evasion, terrorist financing, and other illicit activities. The U.S. diplomat said that Prime Minister Sudani also met with U.S. Department of Treasury Under Secretary for Terrorism and Financial Intelligence Brian Nelson on the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly in New York on September 18. The meeting discussed the continued progress towards strengthening Iraq's financial sector. The U.S. Treasury continues to work closely with the government of Iraq as it seeks to implement meaningful reforms to strengthen the Iraqi financial sector against fraud, sanctions evasion, terrorist financing, and other illicit activities, Korshak concluded. Thanks, take care.